Hello and welcome to Reddit Insanity number 13. I'm Michael.
Oh, no way.
We are the Knights of Entertainment. We have some more Reddit for you today. This is more by Today I Fucked Up. Alrighty. So first one is by Zombie00.
My God, it's suspension zero.
So this person puts, I'm going on a 4-day tour holiday with one of my classes to the city that has a guy friend of mine. I want to meet him and who knows where that could lead. And if it does, I want to be prepared. I've been doing better skincare routines, exercise, better sleep, and also wanted to shave my taco. I've been heavily dedicated to this and searching everything up for the trip, just in case. And I've never shaved before, so I went into the depth about how to do it properly. The only thing I didn't do was use a new, sharp, clean razor like they said you should. I thought it wasn't necessary and that it was just for a cleaner cut and didn't know to do it later as I'd have to buy a new one. So I do it and I was cleaning up the lips with the blade. It took a piece of the lip off. I tell you now, I screamed bloody murder.
That shit hurt. Just listening to that. Jesus.
Because I was sitting on the edge of the bath, I jerked from the pain, slipped, hit my head on the toilet, and to top it all off, my dad heard me scream, and like the hero he is, he came running in to rescue me, asking me what's wrong and if I'm okay. I was still dizzy from hitting my head, so I didn't answer immediately, so I started frantically asking if I was okay. I got frustrated and in the pure moment shouted at him that I had cut my vagina off. Dead silence.
Well, time to go back to my dad.
And after the realization hit me that I had just told my dad what I was doing, I was still in immense pain as a chunk of my lips was off.
God. That shit hurt. Sounds painful.
And my dad just silently backed out of the bathroom door and I heard him go to his room. After I got out, took a while and cleaned up my crime scene, I just went to bed. Not 10 minutes later, my dad knocks on the door and he just says, We've all been through it, hon. He walks away.
Cut pieces of our body, our genitalias off trying to impress someone else.
I want to kill myself after that. Still can't close my legs right now without pain.
Fuck. Well, there goes her plans.
Oh, that would suck so bad. Just nick a entire chunk off.
Fuck. What if that shit never comes back?
I don't think it was that bad, but it probably felt that bad.
Yeah.
Imagine giving yourself a circumcision.
No, thank you.
Alrighty, next one is 0 for orgy. Yeah.
So you're 0 and you're 0 and 1 to orgies, or I'm confused. You never won an orgy? I don't understand.
Alrighty, this person puts a couple.
Say it again. What's his name?
0 for orgy.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was 0, like the speed 0 to 60.
Yeah,
Like he's a 0 to orgy. Like he's like a normal 0. It's immediately an orgy. Like, well, shit! All of a sudden, I'm in an orgy. I don't know how this keeps happening to me.
I just found myself there.
It just happens every time.
This person puts, a couple of nights ago, my girlfriend was supposed to meet my friends. I've been delaying the process for months.
Fuck friends.
Because I knew I would have to have an uncomfortable conversation first. I met my friends at an orgy. My roommate at the time.
Everybody, stop what you're doing. What do you mean you met your friend? How the fuck? Like in between fucking rounds, you guys sit down and talk? How the?
My roommate at the time asked for my permission to host an orgy at our flat. I said yes.
Like fuck no.
As long as my room and my belongings.
You go to the dumpster in the back like the freak that you are.
As long as my room and my belongings were off limits and the flat was properly cleaned afterwards.
There's no cleaning after that.
My plan was to spend the night at my mom's house and be out of everyone's way during the orgy. But my roommate encouraged me to stay and participate.
Fuck all that.
I was still a virgin back then and thought of sleeping with one person was overwhelming enough, let alone a group of people.
Let alone 57 of them.
However, my roommate eventually convinced me to take part. I was added to the group chat with all the people who were going to be involved in the orgy. All of them made me feel really comfortable.
Fuck all that.
That being said, when the orgy finally happened, I wasn't able to have sex with anyone. My anxiety won. Everyone was understanding, though. Life went on. The connections I made with the people at the orgy also developed into friendships. We're still friends now.
You
My girlfriend didn't know my history with them until earlier this week when I finally had the courage to explain the orgy story. Not origin story, but orgy.
that's a whole different take on the hero and the villain. The origin story. The orgy story.
She was shocked and disturbed and asked if I lied to her about being a virgin when we met.
No,
I said
baby.
no. She struggled to believe that a virgin guy would walk away from an orgy with his virginity still intact.
Believe me, if you can't get your dick hard, you can't get your dick hard. It happens.
My girlfriend made it clear that she was no longer interested in meeting my friends. She said she
Don't
didn't.
you air quote me? Oh, don't you air quote me, woman?
She said she didn't know how she could be in a relationship with somebody who has friends with people who shared him. I asked my girlfriend if she was breaking up with me, and she said she was going to need some time to decide on what to do. Last night she decided our relationship is over.
Well, damn, girl, you were fine before. What changed?
Because she found that out.
But I mean,
She's like, give me some time to think about it. Okay,
we're done.
No more thinking needed.
You know what her thinking entailed, right? She went up to all her friends. Like, you went in an orgy? That nasty motherfucker. You dumped that motherfucker now.
That's exactly what happened.
And the worst thing about it is she probably has some guy in the wings.
Oh, yeah.
They always have some guy in fucking reserve.
That's in the friend zone area.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Man, I saw an Instagram of a friend date this woman took
Yeah.
with this guy. It's like, oh, dinner? Helicopter ride, horseback riding. You outdid yourself you're the best friend. You taught this is how a woman should treat a man, or a man should treat his woman, right?
Yeah.
You're my best friend. Like he was so hard in the friend zone that he
did all that.
He did
Still
fucking dinner, a movie, helicopter ride, horseback riding, all in one day, and he was still in the friend zone.
Like, he's hard in the friend zone.
Like, you showed me
Literally,
you showed me how what it means for me to be taken care of by a man, or like, you set a new standard for the men. I'm like, bitch, everything I did. Don't you see? Actually, it's not her fault. It's his fault.
Yeah, it is.
For doing that stuff, knowing.
And on top of that, because you're going to be in the friend zone still, like, unless I don't know, you're not going to get out of the friend zone unless you actually, if she wants you to be. And if you're still simping over somebody for that long,
you spend like well over like probably $500.
There's going to be some girl out there that's going to appreciate that much more. And you're not going to have to.
But it won't be her. Is what it won't be her. Please.
You're going to be like Superman with that 15,000 year weight.
Man, he probably went home. He busted another so hard for the blue balls. He fucking passed out. He's like, I got no choice. Fucking jeans blow out. The zipper.
After that long wait.
Yeah, he fucking just passes out. His friend finds, no, Dan.
Oh, shit. All right, the next one is from...
Friends don't suck. That's what
You've been there, I can tell.
No. Like, hey, man, if it no.
You haven't simped that hard?
Not really.
No, not really, or not at all?
I mean, you buy a girl like a piece of pizza, or
that's not simping.
Here's a book that I like. Do you like it too? But I'm gonna give you the date of dates, girl. Fuck all that.
I wouldn't be doing all that.
No.
Like, if you're asking somebody if they share the same interests, that's a little different than. Or like
weird,
a small thing.
You should be allowed to have a friend that's your opposite,
Yeah, you should be able to.
But man, you don't do all that for your friends. You go have these.
Now, if you were doing it for yourself, and hey, you want to come with?
Oh yeah,
it's a little different.
I love fucking escape rooms. I'll take everybody. Who wants to go? Come on now.
That's a little different though than like if you're doing it for yourself and just bringing somebody with you. Like we're at that point where it doesn't matter who the friend is, just
basically, yeah.
That's different. But if you're spending that much money, dude,
on a girl that you love, But that's like, you know, like you're like a brother to me, bitch, bitch. Like I saw another one where this guy was like, they were both dressed up as Mr. and Mrs. Incredible.
Right.
And he's like, well, look at us. We're like Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. And she's like, nah, more like Dash and Violet. I see you like a brother. And I'm like, well, friend zone then. Like the leader off of Facebook is what he should have done.
Should have.
She was so quick to make sure
With that response?
Yeah, I'm like, God damn, that girl was ready with that. Bullet in the chamber.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Don't ever simp that hard for anybody. It's not worth it.
We say that now, then tomorrow I'll be like, please, please.
Next one is by Helenthia and Honey.
Helenthia, Honey, okay.
At least that's how I'm pronouncing it. I'm probably mispronouncing that word by a long shot, but we're going to go with that. This person puts, last night I was extremely horny and reading some BDSM forums before I typically get off.
That shit right out the gate. Damn, BDSM, like immediately, like that's his norm. If that's his baseline, well, if that's her baseline, my God, if that's the baseline. Okay, listen to me, people. If that's the baseline, you can't even imagine. Like usually, that's a buildup.
Yeah,
that's the kinkier stuff, right? If that shit is your baseline when you start out, off. Holy shit, bro! Get some insurance.
She puts, I typically get off on comments and words for smut, etc.
Oh, she's a word. I love like me. I love me some words. Maybe not the sexual words. I love me some delicious vocabulary. That shit from fucking, you know, like Thanos.
Yeah.
From Endgame. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Like,
she puts, well, I came across the forum with lots of people saying they put toothpaste on their clit for a tingy cooling sensation. And that sounded awesome.
Here we go. Hospital visit.
To me. So I did it right before she went to the shower. It honestly felt great. I did my business.
If that's her baseline. If that...
She's a freak.
Like I'm assuming for a woman, a pillow, it would be like the normal baseline. But if your baseline is, let me put some toothpaste in my vagina, that's man.
She's deep in there.
Dude, I just realized, like, people growing up with like access to pornography now, their baseline must be way above what ours would have been.
Yeah, that I can only imagine how bad it is now.
Man. No wonder that nasty ass stepbrother, stepsister shit is so prevalent. Yeah. That's their baseline. My God. Seeing some titties was our baseline.
Yeah. Not now.
That's not even an appetizer.
No.
Oh my God.
BDSM is baseline now.
Good Jesus.
She puts, I also used really hot water down there too, and then had sex and it seemed fine. Well, I woke up this morning with a burning sensation that wouldn't go away, and not only is it really uncomfortable and mimics UTI pain, but also whenever she wipes, there's faint blood coming out too.
She knows what UTI pain is?
Apparently.
Or is that just a common thing?
I think it's somewhat common, but... Okay, if BDSM is her baseline, there has been things shoved up there that probably should not be.
Yeah.
So she puts, so now I don't know if I gave myself a UTI or just damaged myself. I bought some Azo. I don't know what that is.
Azo?
I have no idea. And I'm going to see how I feel a bit later. And hopefully I won't have to go to the doctor and tell them what I've done. TLDR. Don't put toothpaste on your private parts or you could end up peeing blood.
Bitch, you need to go to the hospital. What are you talking about?
If UTI pain doesn't bother her,
fuck.
Is this part of the BDSM? It's like, this is just more torture.
I like it when I feel pain.
Apparently. Good God.
I don't know what that brought a Spider-Man Noir from the Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Where Nick Cage, that's the voice.
Yeah.
I like to light matches, let them go all the way to my fingertips so I can feel something. I don't know why it reminded me of that. So he likes to light matches and let them whittle down all the way to his fingertips. And it does, right? And instead of doing some grandiose, he's just like, oh. This is a kids movie, by the way,
which is sad.
which is hilarious. The subtlety for us.
Yeah.
That's the greatest kids movies.
Yep.
When it's a baseline kids movie, and in that little kid stuff, there's stuff for adults where they're like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
See, again, that's why I will always go back to the Batman the Animated Series. It had a bunch of that kind of stuff.
And man, he hit women too.
Yes, he did.
He didn't mind. Like, he was equal rights all the
Well,
way
he
back
said that,
then.
didn't he, in the episode? He's
Oh,
like, equal rights.
No, what do you say? Like, justice knows no gender.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah, yeah.
fucking punches that old lady in the face. It's like, boom. I was like, God damn. Justice knows no gender.
Well, I mean, look, he hits Poison Ivy all the time and stuff. So
He's lucky it was an actual old lady. Fucking crippled her for life.
just splatter her out.
Robin was like, God.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Batman. He is just, he's like, he's not even like a guy. He's just like, not even, he's like just above that.
Yeah.
He's just Batman.
But damn it, what was it? Batman Beyond. There's this one scene where apparently somebody was trying to like hack into his mind to get him to believe like hallucinations or something. And what's the Batman Beyond character's name?
Terry McGinnis.
Yes, Terry. He's like, how did you know that you weren't going insane? He's like, I just know I'm not. He's like, but how did you know that it was somebody else? He said, because he kept calling me Bruce.
I'm Batman.
Well, he said, so what do you call yourself? And he just gave him that look.
Oh.
He calls himself Batman. Even
Yeah, I bet he does.
I'm not Bruce. I'm Batman.
If I remember correctly, he banged Talia al Ghul with a mask on
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
when he had Damien.
Yeah.
Batman, you freak.
Well, also, there from the same thing with Batman Beyond. Apparently, Ra's al Ghul took over.
Oh, Talia, and he was like just making out with him.
He's like, she kissed me.
Like, my God.
Oh shit! Alrighty, next one is by Captain White Lighten.
Hope this doesn't turn horrifically racist.
I don't think so. They put, so I have recently become a father. My son is a week old, and I have been home with mom and baby the entire time. Needless to say, I was getting a little restless at home, even with the lack of sleep that comes with the new kid. For obvious reasons, my wife and I couldn't pass the time in the bedroom as normal, mainly due to the expected impact of childbirth. My son's huge head didn't help things.
His fat fucking head.
It ruined it all. So I decided to not bother my wife and sleeping baby and slipped off to the bathroom with phone and lotion to discreetly take care of business. Perusing my go-to site, I found the video of choice.
Baseline BDSM.
First thing that pops up is an ad of a girl yelling, "Oh baby," with the volume on my phone at full blast.
You dumb bastard. You amateur.
I quickly turned it down and proceeded to the business. I returned to my wife in the living room, and all I see is shock on her face as she holds my son looking worried. I ask, "What's wrong?" fearing she is mad at me for taking care of business solo. She looked at me dead serious and said, something whispered, "Hey baby," to our son after you left, and I'm freaked out.
I'm sure it's nothing.
For some background, my wife believes in ghosts and spirits.
Oh, fuck.
As crazy as it sounds. She told me about seeing odd things in our house and believing she heard people talking before. So this did not help, and she is even more worried with the new addition. She is currently burning sage throughout the house to remove the spirits.
Well,
I don't have the heart to tell her. I was just horny as she overheard me watching porn. TLDR. I tickled my pickle with no volume discipline.
tickled my pickle.
An ad played where the actress said, "Baby." Now my wife thinks our house is haunted and ghosts want to take our baby.
Well, you gotta keep that lie up for the rest of your life. That's all I can tell her.
Ghost.
Yeah, it was ghost. Yeah.
Alrighty. Next one is by Might As Well Not Fuck. This person puts, I started having sex in my mid-teens, but stopped having sex in my early 20s. Specifically, after my first real relationship came to an end. I was 22. I never thought it would affect me as bad as it did for as long as it did.
I'm all out of love.
But from 22 until recently, I've been avoiding relationships, even casual hookups. As you can imagine, I did what most people would do alone and horny. I masturbated for 6 years. A few weeks ago, I finally said enough is enough and decided to start dating again. After several unsuccessful dates and almost reverting back to my antisocial ways, I managed to make a connection. She was cute, funny, covered in freckles, and I loved it. Towards the end of our first date, we agreed to continue our fun at her place. Based on body language, sex was definitely on the table. One of my biggest fears was exploding almost instantly due to the 6 years of zero sex. However, the opposite became my biggest challenge. I wasn't at all.
I got a marathon, man.
I could practically see the seasons change as we were fucking.
Jesus Christ.
That's how long it felt. After thrusting longer than I've ever thrusted in my entire life.
My back gave out. My hip popped out of place.
I pulled out and apologized to my date. She seemed as relieved as I was to stop.
She's like, God dang.
We were both complaining about being sore. I explained my 6-year situation and made her understand that she did nothing wrong. It was all me. She understood and she said it must be death grip. Never heard of it before, but when she explained it to me, it made sense. I googled how to overcome death grip, and the #1 treatment plan was masturbate less.
Well, what do you know?
I opted for not masturbating at all.
You know, that reminds me. So the guy that wrote the Godfather novel,
right?
He didn't know, he was tasked or approached to write the screenplay for the Godfather 1. He did, but he was afraid because he didn't know how to write a screenplay. But he did it, and he did another one. He did the second one, part 2, and he won 2 Oscars. And after winning those 2 Oscars, he decided to get better at screen. Like, he was pretty much haphazardly doing it. So he decided, hey, let me buy this book on screenplay writing to get me a little bit of information on how to do it. Fucking chapter 1, it says, watch and study Godfather Part 1. He's like, son of a bitch.
That's funny.
So the thing, he apparently got a natural gift for screenwriting. Or he had. I don't know how. He's probably dead by now.
Just now watch it and copy it.
Like, he did it like half-assed. And then, like, later on, he tried to learn how to screenwrite for real. And he come to find out it's telling him just to watch the shit he already did half-assed or haphazard. So what the fuck? It just reminded me of that.
That would suck. Alrighty. Let's see. I opted for not masturbating at all. And guess what? It didn't help. My money shot, or no money shot.
My God.
I had sex with the same freckled faced girl for 3 weeks, and I think her vagina fucking hates me. Yesterday,
blew her back out. It was so bad.
Yesterday we were supposed to meet up, but she called me to tell me she's no longer interested in seeing me because I've made it uncomfortable for her to walk properly.
Damn.
Masturbated this morning to see if I can still shoot a load, and the answer is yes. I've literally trained my my junk to hate me and to hate sex, and now I seem to have lost a potential girlfriend. TLDR, avoided sex and masturbated for most of my 20s, and now I'm unable to bust during sex, and I'm losing potential relationships in the process. Then there's an edit. She came. Holy fuck. I didn't think that the information was relevant until I summoned the council of annoying female pleasure seekers in this thread.
Oh, they were wondering, like, what happened to her?
So what, you did let her come? Apparently she did.
Good. Yay.
And he wrote it in all caps.
You know who that guy is? It's Jeff Bezos. He's a billionaire now. That's what happens when you can't do it. You make billions of dollars. You ain't got nothing else to do.
Exactly. All right, last one. By Granny Go Away. This is a throwaway account too.
Oh, that didn't sound right.
This person puts, last night, I managed to convince an attractive girl to come home with me. I was in the end. It was the end result of a successful first date. Well, successful-ish. As soon as the two of us were naked and in bed, she froze and asked if I lost a loved one recently. That question caught me off guard.
Time to put my clothes back on and go home. What the fuck?
The question caught me off guard because my face was buried between her legs at the time. I didn't answer at first, but she asked again. The second time, she literally made me stop eating her out so I could respond. For the record, she did mention that she had a sixth sense when we were getting to know each other, but we never discussed it in detail. To answer her question, I said my grandma passed away not long ago. My date nodded her head and said she sensed my grandma's presence. I said I didn't believe in ghosts and continued eating her out.
I would have been like, I'm going home. Fuck all this.
My date said my grandma had a message for me. At that moment, I was doing everything I could in her coochie eating department to distract my date from talking about my dead grandmother. But sadly, my oral sex game did nothing to prevent her from telling me that grandma wanted me to forgive my brother. I stopped what I was doing and asked my date what she meant. A few years ago, my brother hooked up with my girlfriend, my ex now. I hated him afterwards, and our relationship basically became non-existent.
No, you don't think?
I would think so. I never shared the information with anyone, let alone a girl I had just met, but somehow she knew. When I asked my date how she knew, she said my grandma. She knew my grandma's name, which was another detail I never shared. As my skepticism began to fade, I asked my date if my grandma could actually see what I was doing, and she said yes.
God dang it. You couldn't sugarcoat it?
My penis automatically disabled its erection function.
Yeah, imagine it did.
My deck has been soft ever since. Sex is no longer possible for me when I imagine Ghost Granny not watching me during sex, but also feeding my partner sensitive information about me from beyond the grave. I didn't sleep at all. My first proper date of the year, and I was getting fucking haunted during sex, and Granny blocked.
So no more sex for him, huh?
I wouldn't either.
You know who that was? It's Elon Musk. He's now a billionaire.
The white whale.
Oh, man.
You seen those memes of people making fun of him whenever he was out on a boat?
No. What happened?
Where he had no shirt on, just pale and like looked like a beluga.
I'm sure he's fine.
Well, he's rich. He don't care.
Yeah, I doubt he gives a fuck.
He can still get any girl he wants, any model.
Apparently not. He wanted Amber Heard, and she wasn't having it.
Amber Heard.
Yeah.
She wanted to shit in his bed.
Want to beat his ass too, apparently. Did she want to beat him up? No.
No, she wanted to beat up
Johnny Depp.
She fucked him up.
I think she was trying to bang Elon one time while he was still seeing Johnny Depp.
Oh God, what a whore!
And Elon was like, "Girl, not I can't do that to Jack Sparrow." He didn't
want her to shit in his bed again.
Man, how do you?
And then blame the dog.
How do you have a conversation with a person that's willing to take a fucking dump on your bed? You can't talk to her as a rational human being. Like, you shit on my bed. I mean, what am I supposed to say to you? What can I say to you? Look at me, woman. You shit on my bed. My Spider-Man sheets are fucking ruined. The fuck am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to tell people?
Your Pokemon blankets.
My fucking Pokemon bed sheets, Pikachu, there's shit all over his fucking face.
There's a brown streak.
God. At least you miss Sandshrew. Like, I don't know, like, how do you, like, I've never been in a situation where I had to deal with someone that was, like, that level of not stable.
That level of crazy?
Like, just mental instability.
And like, on the hotness crazy scale, she's not even there.
Yeah, she's hot, though.
But she's not on that level of hot.
Yeah, she is.
Not the shit in my bed.
I could wake up with my pubes on fire. Like, Amber, why?
Because you wake up beside that deuce?
If I had to, like, oh, man. Shit on my bed again. No, like real talk. Like, how do you even talk to like what if like you actually care about that person and you wanted to keep a relationship going, but she's just insane.
Throwing bottles at you.
She's throwing bottles at you. She's physically assaulting you.
And then saying if she calls the cops that you'll be the one arrested.
Yeah, like I'll be the one arrested. I'm 5'3". You're gonna arrest you, not me. She's like 6 and she's like 5'9". I'm not getting arrested.
But just the shit on the bed, no.
She probably keys in my car, deletes all the contacts on my phone, and resets my iPhone. I'm just like, Amber, why? Why? Do you not have like? I don't know. It's weird.
I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with that at all. But
she comes to the movie set drunk. Doesn't want me to do the sex scene with the fake sex scene with the new, like, you know, I'm pretending I'm an actor. Like I'm Johnny Depp right now. So it's fake.
Have you seen how happy he looks?
Man, he
looks pretty damn happy
like
now.
He lost like 15 years off his, like he was 45, now he's like 39.
Yep.
He's like, oh, thank you.
I'm done with it. The way he speaks, I'm just done with it. Like he's just exasperated.
I thought he talked like Jack Sparrow. That was my part of dirt. I can't do what Jack Sparrow.
I can't either. So.
Man. She cusses out your mom on the phone. Like, Amber, why?
Yeah. You'll never be able to figure that one out.
It's not so much like trying to figure out. Well, I guess I am, because like people get in relationships, right? How they're so effectively able to hide their crazy until you're at a point where you can't escape it.
Yeah.
It's like, God.
Yeah. Couldn't be me though. Could not be me. But that is everything that we got for Reddit. Anything else to add before we head out?
It's all over my Pokemon pillowcases.
Talk to you guys next time.